What's up, gamers? Stephen Thomas here with another video where today we're going to do something that everybody else does, but I'm going to do it my way. Show off my lovely locks of hair. Now, we're testing out the new camera, and we're also going to look at some history memes. And I thought for this, we'd go to Reddit. We're going to check out history memes, and we're going to look at the top all-time history memes that resonate with me internally. So I hope you're ready to have some fun. So let's get to it. Don't forget to hit the like on the video, and let's check out some history my way. For those of you who didn't know, I was a history teacher. I taught high school social studies for over 8 years. So I know a thing or two, and I'm an old man and forgot a thing or two about history. White boomers saying how life was better in the 60s. Black boomers. Wow, that was a way to start off really spicy. I love this meme for multiple reasons. Me explaining the brutal reality of World War I combat. The girl at the party who's only in the bathroom with me because I have cocaine. I don't use cocaine, but this checks out. This may be the greatest thing I've ever seen. The British Empire and hot water. Some leaves. We've created tea. The British Empire. Bask in the glory of your supreme ruler for the rest of history. America sure is having some bad luck. It's almost like it was built on an ancient Indian burial ground. I would never joke about such things. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, or Britain how they got so many artifacts in their museum. Oh yeah. I feel like we're really picking on Britain today, but yeah, we are. They deserve it. Since 1776, we don't really care. I don't really care what they think. When you see a history meme about the creation of Israel with 0 upvotes and 27 comments. Checks out. There's a lot of threads, not only on Reddit, but also on Facebook that are like this for many topics, especially lately. I'm not even going to touch on those right now. You all know what they are if you're in my Discord. If you're not in my Discord, where are you at? When you're a woman living in the 1600s and you accidentally do math, the townsfolk. Yep, this just checks out. Yeah. This is kind of how it is today if you go out in public without a mask. So glad I grew up doing this and not this. This is like deep on so many levels. Like I remember like coming home from school in 2nd grade and I watched Top Gun every day because I wanted to be a naval aviator. I wanted to be a fighter pilot. But then you look back and you talk to people who's actually seen combat and you're like, you know what? My childhood dreams were folly. Why would I even think that? Video games are definitely where it's at. It's ruined my life, and now I'm on YouTube showcasing memes and videos to everybody out there. So yes, war obviously doesn't help out at all. Actually, the Civil War was really about states' rights. A states' right to what? I loved pulling this out. As much as I love to defend the South in history, and I always played devil advocate in the classroom, you just got to look at the whole thing. Yes, the S word was definitely, let's not get demonetized. It's already tough enough trying to replace my computer. The S word was definitely involved in all of that. But I will always argue, people, that we have to keep that point of states' rights valuable, because if we lose that today, we're in trouble, and we're starting to see that. Historians with 40 years of knowledge and experience get the downvote. A meme with 40K upvotes making fun of France. I will always support making fun of France. How does the British Museum have so many incredible artifacts compared to other museums? The secret ingredient is crime. I love this one. I did an assignment where kids would try to look at all the different ethnicities and draw borders, and then we would compare it with what they actually did in history. Africa has thousands of different cultures with tribes varying in size. Europeans drawing the borders. Rectangles! Ah yes, our fellow subreddit, Ask Reddit. If Reddit existed in 1919, what kind of questions would be asked here? Help me decide if I should go to art school or get into politics. I think politics is the right way to go with that one. Just, I think it's a good career opportunity. When you're a teacher in 1950 and see a student picking up the pen with a left hand. Hi, kids. Do you like violence? I always give my nephew a hard time about that. He's like, left-handed people are superior. And I'm like, yeah, well, we're going to send you out first. Sorry. Here's what we need for the day. Some good old wholesome content. Judging people by the color of their skin. Judging people by the content of their character. Hey. Yes. Quite interesting. Tweeted out. Independence from Britain is celebrated somewhere in the world, on average, 1 in every 7 days. British folk. Are we the baddies? Yes. Yes, you are. But not as bad as France. I love this one. Nostalgic person. I wish I could go back to the good old days. Literally every historian. What? You realize I didn't have indoor plumbing and things were awful and you'd probably die. And it would be a fun vacation trip, but that's it. Stop it. Enjoy where you're at now, where Amazon can deliver your groceries to you in 1 day. My uncle sent me this one and I laughed really hard about it. Angela Merkel has just been called the worst chancellor in history. I can guarantee there's at least one worse guy. Is there though? Who is it? We're not allowed to say his name on YouTube anymore. He who shall not be named. Hey, Japan, could you be a doll and attack Stalin from the east so we could take Moscow? Japan. Actually, we just bombed Pearl Harbor instead. Mister, you what? I'm sure there was some kind of tactical sense in this, but at the end of the day, it was the end of the day. Yes, we have to throw some of our own under the bus. Imagine being described as capital of the world, but not even being the capital of your own state. This meme was made by Rome Gang. This is an interesting question. You all ever notice that the Washington Monument looks absolutely nothing like George Washington? I mean, maybe Washington was packing, and it does look like George Washington. Germany wields a knife. The Soviets losing 20,000 tanks. Call an ambulance. Soviets coming back with 40,000 more and 5 months later. But not for me. I always felt like I wish we could be better buddies with our Russian people. I think the Russian people are kind of like Americans, but the governments just hit each other. And that whole Putin thing does kind of cause issues. Native Americans, can you just let us live on our own ancestral land that we own? America. Okay. Oklahoma is your home now. Things that killed Roman emperors. Deodorants. Okay, natural causes, suicide. That checks out. Dove and Gillette, those are deodorants. But in the middle, you have Brute, Axe, Old Spice, Lynx, Mum, Right Guard, Arm & Hammer. I'm close to breaking this whole thing open. Yes, one of my favorite people in history. Shooting Teddy Roosevelt. He doesn't die. He refuses to go to a doctor. He gives his speech. He starts mocking your assassination attempt. You can never take down Teddy. Only anger the bull moose. You don't want to anger the bull moose. Yes, a good one. No officers who supposedly killed themselves seeing each other in Argentina. Checks out. An actual historian explaining that France was good at war. Random guy who learns his history from memes. Yeah, we're never going to believe anything about France. Memes like this let me know that I'm a bad person. We do not have Wi-Fi. Talk to each other. Pretend like it's 1995. Former Yugoslavians. Yeah. Establishing dictatorships. Destroying dictatorships. The United States. It's all about keeping balance. 48 United States states. That's very redundant. A unique shape of our land is a great way to have an identity of our own. Colorado and Wyoming. F*** your logic. The United States was built off the backs of slaves. The rest of the world. It's time that we actually bring some normalcy to this. John Lennon, after making a song called Working Class Hero as he makes hundreds of millions of dollars. I, too, am extraordinarily humble. Girls getting rejected by art schools. Boys getting rejected by art schools. The Pope, you think this is funny? Michelangelo, painting the gates of hell behind his throne. Object and mirror closer than they appear. The mods starting to sweat heavily. What could it be? Something's running up. 9/11 memes. For people who have watched my channel for a long time, you know that I would never, ever accidentally make a joke about that.
Special thanks to these Patreon supporters. If they were an electric toothbrush, I'd turn them on and put them in my mouth. Zachary McKinley, Nicholas Apsher, Party Commissar, The Least Expected, Azur Rain, Curtius, and James Matisse.